What is going on, guys? Farzine Vasugan here with you. Happy playoffs. Happy Saturday. Happy Peacock Day. Is that a thing? Too soon? I don't know. I know a lot of people not happy about that, but let's be honest, everyone will find a way to watch. It's the playoffs. You're all going to be watching, but we are live. It is cold as hell. Stepped outside, and then I stepped the fuck back in. At least I wish I could, but no, I was out and about, had to run some errands, but it is freezing as shit. So for those of you not in Kansas City, if you are in a place like Miami, Florida, good on you. And if you are in Miami, Florida, you definitely will get the game on one of the local networks there. But nonetheless, we are here. It is time for the playoffs. The Browns and Texans will get underway very soon. And a lot of people just want to get the game underway. So we'll be watching this game, and then we're going to be getting ready for the Chiefs and the Dolphins. RG3 spoke out publicly about an hour or so ago, wanting the game, essentially demanding that the NFL postpones this game. You can't postpone a game when it's like 3.5 hours away from kickoff. Like, come on. You gotta call off the game much sooner than that. But I don't know, man. I guess RG3 works on a different set of logistics than the average person. I don't know. Hey, this is pretty interesting. So Charles Goldman just put this out there from ADZ Sports. Apparently, the Chiefs reached out to CFL players on staying warm in sub-zero temps. Could help, could not help. Who knows? Certainly doing everything possible to try to get ready for a game like this, which is good to see. These are the same people who are like going to complain now and say, "Oh, the Chiefs were the ones who spoke with the sod father about the Super Bowl in the field." It's like, come on. I mean, at this point now, you're just like you're asking questions, and that's considered cheating. I'm already seeing conspiracy theories about how this game is going to be like the NFL is already rigging it in favor of the Chiefs. Yes, because the NFL absolutely has control over the weather. I love it, man. Like, Chiefs fans always get mocked for complaining about refs. And look, I don't disagree. I mean, complaining about refs is Bush League. I've said that so many times. It's honestly like a crybaby's way of trying to cope over a loss. But every fan base does it. It's not just Chiefs fans. It's not just one fan base. Every fan base does it. I just find it funny that it's a much bigger deal whenever it happens to the Chiefs. Like the Chiefs won in overtime against the Bills. Remember that one? Yeah. The same team, by the way, got mocked for wanting to suggest a rule to allow both teams to get possession, which, again, I mean, it's selective, very selective how some people are making fun of people for all that. And now you have all these people who laugh at the Chiefs at their downfall and then laugh at their fans and players, coaches complaining about officiating. These are the same ones now complaining about the weather and all this shit. And it's like, come on. Yeah. Everybody hates the winner, man. Yep. I mean, can't. What is it called? Don't hate the player, hate the game. I say don't hate the player and don't hate the game either. That's what I have to say about that. How pissed is everybody about Goodell and choosing money over the fans? Here's my thing with that, John, is a lot of people brought this up for the whole Thursday night flex possibility in the offseason, and people were like, well, it's going to help the NFL. Listen, I will never fault, and I don't care if you're already making millions and possibly billions of dollars. I think it's already in the billions. I'm never going to criticize any company, okay? I don't care if you're the NFL. I don't care if you are AT&T. I don't care if you're Walmart. If you're trying to find ways to make more money, good on you. That's what you're supposed to do as a business. But I will ask this. How much more money does the NFL want? I mean, I don't know, man. I think these streaming services do provide a lot of opportunities. We went over this earlier in the week, and I'll say it again. Think of some of the popular TV shows we've seen that are exclusively on streaming services. Shows like Squid Game, The Mandalorian, all the Marvel Cinematic Universe shows that always get a lot of hype. There are a lot of A lot of TV shows. Last Chance U, one of my favorite shows. Untold, the docu-series on Netflix. I mean, there's a lot of popular content. Look, I mean, you guys are all Chiefs fans. You guys know about the Chiefsaholic situation and the documentary that came out. I don't know if I want to call it a documentary. It was like a 40-minute short special, but that was exclusively on ESPN Plus. Why was it exclusively? Why was it not on one of those like E60s or whatever? Because they know that a lot of Chiefs fans went crazy over this Chiefsaholic thing, and so they're going to for sure buy it. They know Chiefs fans, whenever there's someone in the national media that says something negative about the Chiefs, those people hear it from Chiefs fans. Chiefs fans are very loud. They care about their team. Oh, by the way, add in the Taylor Swift fan base, the Swifties, who are now part of Chiefs Kingdom. But a lot of them don't live in Kansas City. They're all going to buy Peacock. I mean, this is 100% a strategic move. I guarantee you, the NFL had their eyes set on the Chiefs in hopes that they would not get the number 1 seed, because then that meant they would have had a bye week. Because as soon as the Chiefs were out of contention for the 1 seed, I promise you right then and there, the decision was made, no matter who the Chiefs are playing, put the Chiefs on Peacock. So I'm not surprised one bit that they went in that direction. Not one bit. I know a lot of people don't like that, but kind of what I was saying earlier about these popular TV shows, streaming is the future. I don't know how many of you guys are KU fans, but KU just got done playing against Oklahoma in basketball. Guess what channel that game was on? Not ESPN, not ESPN2, not CBS. It was on ESPN Plus. So again, I know people don't like to hear that. I get that, because if you want to follow KU and Sporting KC and the Chiefs and be able to watch every single NFL game, damn, I think you have to sign up for every streaming service that's pretty much available at this point. Is that fair? I mean, listen, life's not fair. I don't disagree with a lot of the complaints, but this is the direction that they're going. And by the way, the NFL is not like, yeah, sure, Thursday night football games are on Prime, but all the other games, I mean, you have just a few other games on streaming, like ESPN Plus for a couple of international games, Peacock for this game. I think there was another game exclusively on Peacock during the regular season. I can't recall. But the NFL is going to see today how much money they made from Peacock and how many new subscribers Peacock received. And they're going to say, wow, look at all this money we made. We can do a lot more. Again, who owns Peacock? NBC Universal. Well, what games are on NBC? Sunday night football games. I mean, you already have Thursday night on Prime, so Sunday night could soon move to Peacock. It would not shock me one bit if that happens. Again, I know people don't like it. I'm not telling you whether you should or you shouldn't love it. I'm telling you what you should expect. If they see the success of Peacock for today's game, I think it's going to be the start of possibly moving games, moving Sunday night football games to Peacock. Would not shock me one bit. I tried not to make it about the refs. Yeah, the Bills game was awesome. Then they complained about the overtime. Yeah, I know. I mean, listen, Kadarius Toney was offside, 100%. Von Miller, yeah, you could argue a couple plays later. And then the next day, you see a Dolphins player lined up exactly like KT, which I thought was interesting. I think fans will bring it. Chiefs Kingdom as a diehard down to the bone loyal fan base. Arrowhead will be fire, I think. That's in response to the to Michael's question about what do I think about attendance. Yeah, I think you're going to see some empty seats. I think you'll see some empty seats. I mean, it's understandable. I'm not attending this game. A lot of people are not attending this game. I just stepped outside, man. They crying just like NASCAR fans. Do NASCAR fans cry? I'm not an auto sports fan, so I can't say I know. I wish the Chiefs would get a Paramount deal if the league decides to stream. Yeah, because the Chiefs do have a lot of their games on CBS, and CBS is owned by Paramount and Viacom. So yes, Jim, that would make sense for sure. Todd is asking, what's the ceiling of what I would have paid to watch a Chiefs game tonight on Peacock? I don't know, $20. No, I think it's so I'm paying $9.99 for premium because I mean I watch Peacock for other things also. So I already have Peacock. But yeah, Ashley said it's $4.99. Okay. All right, yeah. $4.99 with commercials. Now I'm very curious, how many commercials will they put on there? Because the only live events I watch on Peacock are WWE pay-per-views, and they don't on pay-per-view, they don't go to commercials. They might have promos, but they don't necessarily go to commercials ever. So I don't know. I don't know how that's all going to work out. Big 12, it's ESPN Plus. Very few KU games are on ESPN anymore, or CBS or Fox. I mean, I feel like a majority of their games are still on TV. They do have a few on ESPN Plus, which again, you know, KU, OU. I know the game did not come down to the wire or anything, but 2 top 10 teams only on ESPN Plus. Like, yeah, a lot. And by the way, it's not like this game tonight where, you know, the Chiefs, Kansas City market and the Miami market, they're going to get the games on a local channel. The KU game, that is only on ESPN Plus. I almost said Peacock. I'm getting all these streaming services mixed up now. It was free for a long time up until about a year ago, and it must have gone up to $5.99. Okay, I did not know that. Did not know that. NFL made sure the Chiefs didn't get the first seed. Scripted scam by the NFL took 2 wins from the Chiefs. Yeah. See, you're blaming the NFL ban. A lot of people blame Taylor Swift. I've seen people blame, I don't know. I've seen people throw blame all over the place. I'll never, ever pay to watch any sport. I'll just check the scores and watch a movie. Okay. I mean, fair enough. But I have a feeling a lot of people don't want to miss out on a playoff game. That's all I'm saying. Just sign up until the season is over. Free trial. Okay, so Mary, I'm being told there is no free trial. Now, watch. In 2 weeks, there's going to be a free trial for Peacock because they want people to pay for this game. The game is showing on NBC. Yes, if you live in Kansas City, you will get it on KSHB channel 41. Let's see. I'll read a few more and get out of here. Okay, so a few people did bring this to my attention. So I'm taking your guys' word for this. I do not know about this at all. But apparently Comcast and Xfinity customers get Peacock for about half the price. So you want to save $3? Watch the Chiefs? You can keep that $3 and go spend it on a Powerball or a Mega Million, whatever, however much those are. They have been calling that a penalty since then. Oh, you're referring to the offside penalty? Yeah, tickets are very, very cheap. And if you want to change your mind and go and get a cheap ticket, you can save $20 by using the promo code FARZINE if you're a new customer at SeatGeek.com. So save up on some money there. Somebody actually posted a screenshot of them using the promo code and posted it in my comments. And they only had to pay like $30 or $40 for a ticket. I'm telling you guys right now, tickets will never be this cheap ever again in the Mahomes era. Listen, I remember with the Royals, whenever they were on their hot run in 2014, 15, and for a little bit of 16, tickets were off. I mean, tickets were expensive. You could not get those cheap seats anymore. They were either very expensive or they would sell out immediately. And I remember a lot of people complaining about the ticket prices. I've actually seen some people the past couple of years complain about the price of Chiefs tickets. And I've always said, look, the reason they're so damn high is because the Chiefs are so damn good right now. So the only way they'll be so good is if they play as poorly as the Raiders do. I don't know if any of you guys want that, but, that's the only way ticket prices will ever go back down. So, look, for anyone that's complained about ticket prices, they're low right now. The cost is you're going to be watching the game and freezing your ass off for 3 hours. So there's the option for those who want to watch games for a cheaper price. The Royals were on Fox Sports the past few years on Bally's, and now Bally's filed for bankruptcy. Oh, I did not know that. So I'm not a big baseball guy, so I don't really know that whole thing. I have DirecTV. So to me, it's on the same channel. So this whole like Bally Sports and Fox Sports thing, I did not know. And the fact that Bally Sports did file, I just want to make sure about that. I'm not trying to call you a liar, but Sports bankruptcy. I just want to kind of cover my own ass, so I'm not spreading fake news or anything here. Has been a bankruptcy protection since last March. Okay, no, you're indeed telling the truth. This article came out in November from Forbes. Okay, well, shit, man. Okay, guys. I've gotten this question a lot this week, and I know I'm going to get it during the game. I am not streaming the game. I am not showing the game. I don't have the rights to it, and I can get banned for that shit. Okay, there is this thing called copyright restrictions. Okay, copyright infringement. Go look it up. Now, if you guys want to pay for the copyright for me to be able to stream it on my Facebook page, sure. I'm not providing no link. I'm not providing no stream. But if you want to pay for the rights, you can do so, and then let me know about it. But I have a feeling paying for Peacock would be much cheaper. What wide receiver is going to come alive in the playoffs that didn't have a good regular season? Pretty much everyone is a candidate except for Rashee Rice. I know a lot of people are kind of looking up to Donovan Smith because he did not have a good season, but people are wanting to go more with him because Wanya Morris has struggled lately, and they don't want a struggling rookie going into the postseason trying to protect Patrick Mahomes' blindside. So Donovan Smith, the thing I'm trying to get to there is Donovan Smith is a veteran. Well, guess who else is a veteran on this Chiefs receiving core? Marquez Valdes-Scantling. So this is going to sound wild, but if there's a wide receiver that I'm going to be trying to look to for a play, got to go with MVS. He's the veteran. Is he playing well? No. But tell me what other options you have right now. Is Kadarius Toney playing well? Sky Moore's on IR. Justin Ross, he hasn't played much, but when he has, he's had some drops also. Richie James, okay, he's been somewhat good. I'd like to see him maybe get involved more. I would not mind that with his speed and what he could do. But I think in general, you're going to see heavy running from both teams. I could see Pacheco and Edwards-Helaire. Actually, for my same game parlay, I actually took the over on rushing yards for both Pacheco and Edwards-Helaire. So we will see. We will see. Okay, good to know for Miami market, for those of you who live in Miami. So do most restaurants and bars carry all of these streaming packages? That's a very good question, Lauren. I do not know the answer to that because I'm always home watching these games. And if I'm not at home watching, I'm probably at the game. I would imagine they do, because if you're a sports bar, and the point of a sports bar is to show sports. So I would have to imagine, the Buffalo Wild Wings and the Peacock, or not Peacock, Johnny's, like, they have to have Peacock and ESPN Plus and all these other streaming services. They would have to. I would be shocked if they didn't. So I know in Vegas, it's impossible to find a sports book that shows UFC fights. They're like, oh yeah, it's on ESPN Plus. I'm like, yeah, but you guys are literally a sports book. Like, you guys generate millions of dollars. You guys should be able to afford this. So surely, I'm sure a sports bar is going to have it. A lot of area bars in California are hosting the game because they are subscribed to Peacock. Yeah, you would imagine they would have to. And it doesn't cost much for a bar to do it, unless you have no customers. Then yeah, I mean, essentially, you're not making much. Football has been cheap for the last 50 years. Spend the $10 and cheer on the Chiefs. He meant Chiefs, but I had to give you a hard time there, Ed. Are you pay for a football? If you pay me, I wouldn't pay for football, and I think it's a bunch of hardware where you have to pay for football. Again, I will say what I said earlier. Yeah, it's I mean, shit, I get it. Everyone's forced to sign up for these stream Prime, YouTube TV, Peacock, ESPN Plus. T and I just answered this question. I do not have the copyright. I don't have the permission to do that kind of thing. I'd love to, but I can't. So unless you want to pay for the rights for me to be able to do that, you can pay the NFL and let me know, but I have a feeling Peacock will be much cheaper. So I'm going to give that same answer every time. So keep asking, guys. Yeah, of course. I mean, listen, you playing in the cold is already shitty enough. Getting hit in the cold can definitely hurt. We've seen that before. There you go, Josh. Awesome, man. Josh using the promo codes. I love to hear it. This is what I'm saying, man. I mean, yeah, the principle, I get it, William. Everyone else has said the same thing. I do not disagree one bit. It's just, listen, let me just say this, because again, there are a lot of you guys like Marvel movies, right? A lot of you guys like Star Wars movies, right? Well, if you want to watch any of those Marvel shows or The Mandalorian or Book of Boba Fett, a lot of those are exclusively on Disney Plus. Now, sure, I understand there are some other avenues where you can find those shows. They're not legal ways, but they are out there. No one, I mean, this is not a secret. But again, this is the direction where a lot of production companies are going towards, because there's more money to make from that in the long run. Think about this. Why do you think The Mandalorian is not on ABC or any of the other networks owned by Disney? Because they know they'll make more money through Disney Plus. I mean, we're in a world where, everyone's trying to make money however they can, and no one should ever be faulted for that. I'm not saying you guys are, but I'm just asking you guys to look at the other side of it. That's all. Now, the NFL, yeah, they already have money, but they want even more. Good on them. Flacco or Stroud? I got to go with Flacco, man. It's just the Browns are such a crazy team in a good way from the Browns standpoint, which they're about to kick off. So I'm going to get out of here in a couple minutes. But man, the Browns have been able to win and survive even after that Deshaun Watson injury. Like, good on them. You think McCole Hardman, Kadarius, Tony? Okay. I hope so. I mean, those guys are pretty damn good and fast. They can do damage, but got moved. So I said, I'm not an expert. I'm not a meteorologist, but I looked up the weather forecast. It's supposed to, the temperatures are the same, and there's going to be even more snow on Monday. So I don't know how that helps ultimately, but that's what's going on there. Sports bars, too much drama. When I was in Cancun for the Chiefs Bills game, and there was that one play, they reviewed a few plays in the fourth quarter, and I'm on Twitter asking people, or X, I'm asking people, what is Gene Steratore saying? Because I can't hear shit. It's way too loud. I can't hear anything. So I was always asking people online. I'm like, there's way too much talking in this sports bar. Yeah, I've seen some people take their kids. I've already seen a few pictures out there. Mitch Holtis, yeah, understandable. Everyone loves Mitch. Got to keep the warmth throughout the game. Cheeseburgers is the answer. Yeah, I like it. I actually got some Joe's KC barbecue for takeout. Got enough for lunch and dinner. I had a burnt end Z-Man sandwich for the first time. Oh boy. I forgot how good that thing tasted. Pretty fucking good. Do you ever do a thread while the Chiefs game is on? Not a thread, but I post throughout the game. Yes. Unless you're talking about the Thread apps, I hardly post on Instagram and Threads. I probably should, but I'm doing 20 things at once while also trying to enjoy the game. So I'm trying, guys. I'm not Travis Kelce. I can't do two things at once. How much do you think the weather will affect the refs' ability to flag Jawan Taylor? Well, it depends how much longer the refs want to stay on the field, Travis. No, it's actually a good question. I'm just being funny by saying that, but listen, I mean, the refs they have a job to do. Realistically, though, do I think the refs will want this game to go by faster? Yeah. Listen, I've said this so many times, and not to defend referees, but referees have a tough job. They do. They really do. Because think about this. If Mahomes throws a touchdown or throws an interception, or if the Chiefs are punting or kick a field goal, whatever, what does Mahomes do? What does Kelce do when they get off the field? They go sit down on the bench. Well, whenever the Chiefs score a touchdown or whenever their drive is over, what do the refs do? They're not going to no bench and sitting down. They're on the field. They are on the field. the whole time. And it's even tougher for umpires because they're dealing with the sweltering heat, and sometimes you have equipment managers running over and giving them water during the game, especially in a place like Kansas City. So, I don't know. I mean, I still think they'll do their job the best they can. Are they going to screw up? Yeah, they're the referees after all. That's just what happens. Browns D lights it. Yeah. And I think they could actually maybe challenge Baltimore. I think Baltimore would win that game, but I can see them giving Baltimore a run for their money. All right, this game's already 2 minutes in. Oh my God, Kareem Hunt just got killed like 6 yards behind the line of scrimmage. That looks like an Andy Reid screen. 4th down. All right. So Browns off to a bad start. Oh, I love this comment from Charlie. NFL cares about safety since never. Oh, man. Are you going on before the game again? No. This is the only pregame live stream we're doing here. Philly cheesesteak. Oh, my God. I love a Philly cheesesteak. Okay, guys. I'm caught up on the comments, and the game is already underway. You guys are watching me when you guys could be watching a football game. But hey, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. By the way, it's already been a wild last 24 hours on the Facebook and Instagram pages. So thank you guys so much. A lot of engagement. That's, if I'm talking to myself, there's no point in doing any of this stuff. So thank you guys. Please come back at halftime. We will be doing a halftime live stream not during the Browns game, during the Chiefs and Dolphins game. And then after the game, we'll be doing the Chiefs Zone podcast live. Win or lose, we are doing the podcast live, and we will have phone calls open. So you guys can call in through StreamYard. I'll have the link in the chat, and you guys can interact with me. Let me know your thoughts after the game. Win or lose. Listen, we always get a lot of people after a loss. I want more people after a win. After the Bengals game, there were actually a lot of people who called in, and I appreciate you people. So you guys know me. Bring the same energy, win or lose. I always bring the same energy, win or lose. So no postponed. No game will be postponed. You're heading to the stadium. Have fun. Stay warm, Laura. All right. All of you guys, I will talk to you guys later. Peace out. Enjoy the game.